What is up, everybody?
Hey, welcome.
Oh my God.
Welcome.
Kicking the show, jeez.
Hey,
Yeah.
we're doing this? Sorry.
Oh, wow.
Where we sit? Oh, I guess. It's like the podcast order.
Inspired by Garrett's intro to the garage last segment.
Dude, that was wild, Garrett.
Yeah.
What
Came in
happened
with like a bat out of hell.
Sorry, I was like rushing.
Why?
Oh, man.
It was to get away from all the Deadpool bullshit. I just can't. Honestly, I'll be in jail tonight if I have to deal with another Marvel cosplayer, let's just say.
Well, welcome to the Mega64 panel, everybody. We just wanted to give a shout out to Bar X Music,
Yes.
who did that awesome rendition of the theme song
Yeah.
and Sequence Erase and all that. That was so good. And yeah, we saw that like yesterday and had to feature that here.
Had to.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it did
I don't
such a
know
good
if
job.
Bar X knew that was going to be featured, but featured nonetheless. Thank you so
Surprise.
much, Bar X. That's amazing. So cool.
So yeah, we hope everybody's been enjoying 64X today.
Yeah.
I think someone was just heard a minute ago saying today was a what did you say? I think it was you, Johnny. Today is a fucked up stream or something like that. Or I don't know what it was that you
What
said.
did you?
Can't be putting words in
The
Johnny's
stream
mouth.
was wild.
Stream
I
was
think it
wild
something to that
AF, I
effect.
think he said.
Well,
Yeah.
you said it just now, so it still counts.
Yeah.
Yeah. But thank you for everyone who has watched all day, been in the chat talking to us. It's been an awesome time.
Mhm.
The booth's killing it. We're sold out of so many things. We had to do a pre-order for most things.
So many things.
Yeah.
Yeah. So just thank you to everyone for sticking with us all day.
And you know what? Shout out to Kevin outside of FlixCon.
Oh, yeah, that Kevin.
Because if we couldn't get an interview with Jenna Ortega, yeah, that Kevin.
Sorry, Kevin.
Yeah.
This Kevin too.
Yeah, Kev Cam, fuck
But
off.
in lieu of Jenna Ortega from Wednesday season 2, Kevin was the next best thing.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I hope everybody at home enjoyed watching that. It was very stressful to go through that hour-long ordeal, but we did it
We did
for
it.
our love for this show and for you.
I'm glad you're back now.
So I'm happy to be back too.
Yeah.
Honestly, I got kind of jealous. It looked like there was a lot of attendees over at FlixCon, so I was maybe going to head out as soon as we're done here.
Yeah,
If
go
our-
check it out.
Does the
It's,
shirt work
real
to get in
exciting.
there?
Apparently
Clearly not.
And
If
we
you watched
did,
the video, you would know.
All right.
we did run across traffic at that intersection where a lot of car accidents happen on a
Yeah.
daily basis. So we laid our lives on the line
We did.
to make that skit
I have
come
seen
to life. And I hope you appreciate that at home.
compilations of that intersection with accidents. Like
Yeah.
people have made
Oh,
that.
Oh, when we crossed that road, it was like meeting a celebrity to me. It was like meeting Tom Hanks or something. It was just like, oh my God.
It was the
that's-
Tom Hanks of crash sites.
Right.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And that's
Just-
that's pretty good.
Just like how Submarine Gate was
Pretty
was like Paul Walker meets Little Mermaid. Or
Oh, right. Wait, that's called Submarine Gate now?
or-
Too
isn't that what
soon.
it's called?
Whoa,
Sub-
Too
I thought-
soon.
Jeez, for
I
Paul
thought it was
Walker.
the
God.
billionaires killed in the
I haven't
Titanic.
recovered from the new Little Mermaid yet.
Yeah.
Recovered.
Paul Walker. Okay.
Am I the only one who saw the new
Okay.
Little
I
Mermaid?
did. You
Oh,
know what?
did you really?
It
There
sucked.
were
It was
there were
awful.
laugh out loud moments in that new Little Mermaid.
It's so bad.
Specifically,
What?
King Triton was played by Javier Bardem.
Bart, yeah.
Did I say that?
I think it's
Right?
Bart.
Yeah, close enough for me.
Whatever.
When he shows up, it's like it takes you out. It looks so wrong. It looks so weird.
See, this seems wrong to me because the Disney remakes typically are all great.
Yeah.
They've never made a bad one.
I can't. I feel like I'm in the Twilight Zone with these movies where they make $1 billion and they make a new one and then everyone complains about it.
Yeah.
And it's like, but why'd you even watch it?
They have their business model figured out. They make those for the $1 billion opening weekend.
right.
And then that's it. People are like, oh, the new remake, oh, whatever. If you notice, they don't embrace them after they come out.
You put it
like
in the vault.
Beauty and the Beast, anytime they make Beauty and the Beast stuff, it still looks like the animated one.
Right.
They don't care.
Oh,
They
yeah.
they get all the money off of how well it's known. They get their big week, and then it's
Yeah.
done.
Wild.
But we're not going to spend this whole time talking about Disney movies.
No.
We have better
I mean-
things
Oh,
to do with our
we're
time.
not?
Good,
Yeah,
but
we have
yeah,
way
you're
better
right.
things
Blank
to do with
check.
our time.
Had Tone Loc, start Tone Loc.
Was that a Disney movie?
Yeah.
He's
Blank check was
in that?
Disney.
Is that Disney Plus?
Hey,
I think it is. Yeah.
you could write
The ending
anything
of that
on this
movie
check.
is insane.
You could put $1 million
the fact that that's on
on
Disney
this
Plus
check.
is it's like a makeout scene between a
Wow.
woman and a kid. How
you
is
got
that
a
on
blank
Disney
check.
Plus?
That's a wild thing.
Wow.
he not even the best voice. Like he has a great voice, but one of the other great voices in that movie is what's his name, Miguel Ferrer, whatever.
Okay.
The other guy who talks like that.
You can't have two guys talking like
He
that
was
in
an
the same
agent.
room.
There's two guys with
There's two
great
bad
voices
guys?
in that movie. And then, of course, Mr. McIntosh has a great voice, too.
Yeah.
But that's another
But we're
story.
not going to spend this whole panel talking about Disney movies.
No,
We have
just the
better
first
things
half.
to do with our time.
Yeah.
I don't know what, but we're going to move on.
I want to give a shout out to, real quick as well, to, we did our research. It wasn't George Carlin. Jay Weingarten did the stand-up comedy midway through our day today. I want us to give a shout out to Jay.
Hell of a
What's up?
guy.
And to the guys from Nirvana, the band, the show.
Yes.
Thanks for,
That
we, Garrett put us in contact with them, actually.
Yeah.
And we
I gotta say, my friend Slime hooked that up. So it's like we're playing three-way telephone here.
I like how your friends still have a theme name. Like
Slime,
That goes all the way
Dracula,
back.
like
Yeah.
Fetus.
It's like Fetus, Dracula,
Ferret.
Slime. Slime falls right into play with that. I
Yeah,
love
My
it.
who's
boy
next?
Walker, he hooked it
I'm
up.
afraid to
I like
ask.
Slime better.
And we talked with them last week on the phone and pitched this idea, and they were big Mega64 fans. It was so flattering.
It was
Hardcore.
so
I
flattering.
don't want to put them on the spot and make them feel like nerdy, but they knew a lot about our show.
I was so
So
impressed.
I was impressed too and very flattered, and they frankly outshined us
They-
and upstaged us on our own.
They-
My
street.
God.
So,
They gave us
good for them.
They did that in like no time. It was I don't know.
Yeah,
how they did
I
it.
wasn't sure how much to go into with that now, but
Well,
we
let's go into
seriously thought we were going to get like, oh, cool, they'll like shoot an iPhone video. And,
Yeah, like an interstitial.
we'll play it. And then days went by and it was like, it was like, well, are you going to send over what you shot? Oh, it's like 1.5 terabytes of footage. I'm sorry, what? It was not clear what they did. And then they called me a couple days later after we had talked.
Yeah.
They said, we might have like ruined your life because we're sending you so much footage. We may have ruined your week. So anyway, we got the footage like a day or two ago.
Yeah, but what I mean, like when I was like, you were showing me the footage. Like, how did they do this?
They seriously went so above and beyond. It was unbelievable.
Far above and beyond. Wow.
They did that all unprompted, and they're so
It was
amazing.
like really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like a whole new episode of their show, man.
Yeah.
Really
Yeah.
good.
Go check
I
out
never,
Blackberry if
in
you get a
any
chance.
way did I ever think we would reach out to a group and they would give us a new episode of their fucking show.
Yeah.
That we
3
haven't seen.
days.
Yeah. And
So funny.
Oh my God.
Hilarious. I wish I could keep watching it, but I'm here now, so we'll review it
we're
later.
back down.
Yeah.
We're back down to earth.
Yeah.
Yes.
But
It makes up for, the Ortega and the Burton.
yeah. Now
debacles.
let's go on the other end of the spectrum. Ortega dropped the fucking ball. Let's be real.
I saw the footage. I don't know. I think maybe it was you guys. I don't know if you
No.
did you have the map.
No.
I don't know what happened. You
Well, you know what?
couldn't find
You go next.
All
We
right.
could go after this
You
and
know,
try to track her down. She's
Notice
probably
how
still
I'm not going to dignify that with a response because that's a little rude to
You're
assume
right.
that
I'm sorry.
we did anything wrong. We were just trying our hardest, pouring our hearts out. We're fans.
Yeah.
Okay, call us crazy.
Yeah.
Honestly,
guilty.
we didn't need to hold down the booth because no one came by in the last hour.
Well, I sold one HDMI cable
One?
to a Deadpool though.
We're going to need to do a lot more. Hit that shop.mega64.com link, please.
Yeah.
Well, we've been doing a lot of bits and skits and other tidbits today,
Mm-hmm.
taking shits and making hits. But now we're at the Mega64 panel where we get to drop the facade and get real with everybody out there. I think I can't make any promises, but we might take some Discord calls
Yeah.
Yeah.
from some fans because like a real panel, we want to have a Q&A segments. And we were actually just at PAX, full disclosure,
Oh.
where we had a panel. That was great. We spoke to a room of like 250, 300 people maybe.
The fire alarm didn't go off this time?
Surprisingly, it did not.
Oh,
that's
congrats.
cool.
And I'm
Wow.
actually getting used to the fire alarm going off at every event we do.
Sure.
So it was
Yeah.
refreshing to just make it through the whole thing without worrying about dying
Mm-hmm.
for once.
I bet that helped with the questions.
It did help. It was only me and Rocco there at that panel. What did you think of that panel? Did you have a good time?
Yeah, it was again their new theater. The lighting was so bright, had no clue who was there.
But it was kind of cool like that.
It actually looked neat, but then it was like, oh, that person was there. Oh, I would have said something. I had a lot of those moments, but
yeah.
But it was really neat. The new convention center is really cool.
Speaking of like weird cameos, that video with the Jen Ortega, like the guy from Untitled Goose Game was this in the video.
Cable. Yeah,
Fantastic.
He was like so happy to see you, and then we just blew that off.
Just snubbed him.
But I love that game.
Yeah.
He
did. He's in charge of the play date too. He was like one of the masterminds behind that too. The little yellow.
Oh, you got that, Rocco?
portable device. No, I didn't.
Your brother did?
No, it was. I think my brother did.
I know. I played with someone's over your.
It was
place.
pre-ordered out by the time I got to
Now,
it.
did he name that after our skit, the play date?
Oh,
that's what I'm
interesting.
wondering because ours definitely came first, and he is a fan. So
interesting.
Might be a little bit of a copyright
I
infringement.
wonder if
on
his
that.
next device is going to be called the Scruntronic or something.
Yeah,
Or like Haunted Weed.
Mega64
Yeah.
Scruntronic. That's like the new genre of scrunt music.
Scruntronic.
Yeah. That's
Well,
what
it's not-
Bar X kind of does, is Scruntronic.
Well, it's not electronic music. One.
Yeah.
Um.
Scruntduction. I hope everybody liked the Scrunt meets Scrunt segment
Yeah.
today.
I think that was my favorite part of today's 64.
got a little
not me.
raunchy and uncouth. Sean, it was not your favorite part.
No.
Did you hurt yourself?
Why not?
I really...
You were the star.
I really wanted to go for it for you guys and do the famous wackadoo dunk. And I did hurt my back. I did. I'm an old man, apparently. I fell on my back. It's like, oh!
I blame the question asker.
I woke up next morning.
Whoever that may be.
And it's like, I feel terrible. I just
Really?
don't feel good. Yeah.
Do you want an adjustment?
You got to be
took a little
doing
nap and- yeah, I just-
you
We
got to
could
do
Doc
some
Ryan.
yoga and some Pilates, strengthen the core.
Yeah. I got to. Sorry. I'll do more yoga next time before I do this. What was it? The wackadoo dunk?
The
For
wackadoo
real?
dunk.
Yeah.
I do yoga pretty regularly, and it makes me feel so much better. If I am
Really?
tight or sore
Yeah.
or all kinked up from wrestling, I'll do yoga, and then it's like, it's gone.
I've done yoga in the past, and I was like surprised at how much it changed my body physiology. Like,
Right.
you
Standing
know,
up straight?
Stand up straight, and you go from like not being able to touch your toes to being able to like touch way past your toes.
Yeah,
You can
dog.
extend your arms like 3 feet past your toes when you do yoga.
Every time I do yoga, I feel silly. Is that
Well, that's the point.
You get over it.
Do you?
Yeah.
Because I feel like I'm not really working that hard. Maybe I'm doing it wrong. 'Cause
Yeah.
I feel like this isn't hard. I'm just
It's like doing a
Posing weird.
sexualized push-up.
It's weird. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the best way to describe
It isn't hard, Sean, but if you go for like 20 to 30 minutes and you're really into it and you're concentrating on your breathing and everything, all of a sudden you realize like, oh, I'm high. Like I am euphoric
have
and
become
dizzy
high.
in a weird way. I've become yoga high.
He's a dad. He can't do that.
No, it's all natural. I'll
Be
show
like,
you.
you forgot to pick up the kids. Oh, I'm sorry. I was doing yoga all day.
Did you?
You're going to get hooked.
The being high reminds me. So Jimmy Buffett died.
What?
Yeah.
Are you real,
Are
you're
you
a Jolly Man fan.
Are you a parrot
yeah.
head?
The author of my favorite book, The Jolly Mon,
You're a
has
parrot head?
passed.
Who here's a
Damn,
parrot head?
Beat up about it.
But
Nobody's nobody. Okay.
I saw that
death,
Paul McCartney did a little tribute to him. He wrote a little thing about him, which was nice.
Yeah,
and
he's
Yeah.
saying something about my dog.
Yeah. Then he just
So
made fart noises
Paul
for 20
McCartney
minutes.
was like saying like what a lovely man Jimmy was and whatever. It was a nice little thing. And he said, I even had a chance to record on a song with him. And then he name dropped the song and it seemed like a fucking joke. The song
Yesterday.
written by Jimmy Buffett
Strawberry
with
Fields.
featuring Paul McCartney called My Gummy Just Kicked In. Like that can't, how is that?
What the fuck?
I swear to
It's
God, that
about
was in
weed?
the tribute. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, my gummy just kicked in, I think.
I haven't heard the song yet, but I'm
What do you
dying
know?
to hear My Gummy Just Kicked In featuring Paul McCartney.
Do you
Well,
know that?
Paul
It'd be
McCartney is a huge stoner.
Is he really?
Yeah, he
Really?
got like
Well, I know he
arrested
did-
in Japan for like
Yeah, but-
smuggling
but that was a
weed.
Yeah, but then they
time ago.
confiscated it, so
That's
he
right.
doesn't have any left.
never did it.
He did get his stash.
That
Do you
was
think
George
Paul McCartney
Martin's?
eats gummies?
Paul
he
McCartney
busts.
wrote "Let Me Roll It."
Yeah, but that's
Yeah.
about.
I thought that was like
That's a
$100,
doobie.
$100 bills or something.
You know that it's probably the smoke is bad for his old ass lungs. So now the gummies is it's fine. It's like it's
okay.
healthier.
Yeah.
It's a healthier deal. You know, there's a Jimmy Buffett festival in San Diego like next week.
Oh, I heard about that. Yeah, yeah.
It's going to be
Is it
huge.
canceled?
No, it's a
Oh,
big
no,
tribute to
yeah,
him.
it's gonna be
it's
better
bigger
than
than
ever.
Yeah, you should go down there.
I saw so many tweets that were like, "Oh man, my whole life, respect to Jimmy Buffett. Shout out Jimmy Buffett. I would say almost 100% of tweets did not spell his name correct.
What did they do?
Almost
Buffet?
100% Jimmy Buffet every single time.
Yeah.
I'm just like, damn.
You know, at school though, when he was like a kid, the sub would always ask for Jimmy Buffet.
Yeah,
every time
for sure. Oh,
For sure.
So how it starts, how it ends, I suppose. Lots of fun. Anyways, rest in peace, Jimmy Buffett.
Yeah, R.I.P.
Rest
Rip
in peace,
Rig.
Jimmy
Sad.
Buffett.
I'm gonna check out my gum ladies kicked in.
Yeah, me
as
too.
soon as this is over, I gotta.
I
hear
wonder
it.
what's better, that or Hey Jude.
like Blackbird or something.
Yeah. Oh, and then Smash Mouth died.
Oh, that
Smash
blew
Mouth.
me away. Because that seemed like
Hey, now you're an angel. Well, I
Should
mean,
not say that.
it's a compliment.
I guess
they were in all the Shrek movies, right?
Was
Yeah.
they in all the Shrek movies?
They starred in them.
No.
Did motion capture.
They did mocap for Donkey.
You know the scene where Shrek is like, "Stop throwing bread."
What? I don't know what is
There's
that?
that
a
was
music
Sugar Ray.
festival. There's a music festival you could find online where people got free bread, and one person throws it at the Smash Mouth guy who has such a reaction. Then other people just kept doing it.
Yeah. Well, that's,
Stop throwing the fucking bread! And they're playing. The band is already playing All Star.
No.
I'm not going to continue this fucking song. If one more person throws a piece of bread, all right, yeah, you miserable fuck, I'm getting out of here. And then the band just keeps playing. He leaves, and they're just like,
Oh, it's acoustic.
they're looking at each other.
Instrumental, I mean.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's a good tune. But yeah, rest in peace. These things always come in 3, so I'm just kind of waiting around like, who's next?
Protect Sugar Gay at all costs.
Yeah.
That's a good question. Who is next? Place your bets. Should go to. Do they still have like a Vegas
Deathpool.com?
betting odds on like who's gonna kick the bucket
They did
next?
that?
Yeah. There was a time that like it
Artie Lang was on there.
Artie Lang was like you lose money
2-1.
like because like he was like so like the odds were so high that he was gonna die.
Keeps defying the odds.
Yeah.
He must have made a lot of money on that one.
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
Bet on himself and then just kept living.
Oh, I know what.
That's what I'd do. I'd put the bet and then I'd sober up. Ka-ching.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Free money.
Win.
Easy.
Easy money, as they say.
I
Yeah.
forgot. The first of the third was Scrunt's best friend, Pee Wee Herman.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Which was a.
I never really
Sad
watched
one.
Pee Wee.
You
Get
didn't?
out. Get off the
This
stage.
is gonna
Leave the
sound.
room.
I was
Get outta here.
obsessed.
I know
Leave the
everyone
room.
was, but me.
This is gonna sound crazy, especially to me. I didn't expect this at all. I can't name another celebrity that I actually cried like. And
Oh,
everyone
wow.
says, "Oh, this happened, I cried. Oh, this happened, I cried." People say that word so much. A celebrity dies, you might be bummed out. I got in the car the day that it happened and was like, "Oh, maybe I'll post a little thing about whatever." And looking at his pictures, I actually like tears started coming down.
Wow.
Because he had such a big effect on me, I think, growing up with Pee Wee's Playhouse. I think that I don't think about that very much, but I look back and I think like, oh shit, I was like not the same after that came out. You know what I mean? I was like wanting to make his house and
Oh, I was him for
do
Halloween.
shit like that. Yeah.
I had the pull string doll that talked.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I was obsessed with that show when it came out.
Yeah. So when I was looking at a couple pictures, I don't know, I got a little bit like, oh wow, I didn't expect to. That's never happened to me with somebody I didn't know. So,
Well, I mean, a big impact on your life, like I get it.
And he hasn't been around like in the public eye
Yeah.
a lot lately. Like he would be, showing up. There was a HBO like resurgence of his show maybe like 10 years ago where they did a couple episodes, I think. And those were good.
did a
but I-
live show. Yeah.
That's what it was. It was a live tour thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, I hadn't seen much since. and
I liked
it's a
whenever
surprise
he
when
would
they
show
go.
up not as that. I'd always be happy to see him.
Oh, like in the
like-
Cheech and Chong movies?
Or just whatever.
Shrubu says he'll cry when we die.
Oh, thanks.
Thanks, Shrubu.
Thank you.
Thanks, Shrubu.
You know what? Save your tears. Not worth it.
It's not happening anytime soon.
Oh,
but
Not
man.
worth it, Shrubu. Oh, it'll happen soon. But
no.
For some reason though,
get over it.
for some reason though, it's for me, and I can't. I'm only speaking for myself. I don't know if it's like this way for you guys. For some reason, it's like when someone dies who is comedic or there's something more sad about it. Like JDF Tommy from Power Rangers. Oh my gosh, that was devastating. I didn't cry over that. I was very like bummed out about that. But for some reason, when it's something like joyful, I don't know, it maybe adds to it.
like when Bob Saget and Norm
something.
Macdonald go, it's like, oh,
I was very bummed
really?
out Norm Macdonald.
Yeah.
But
it's comedians that they bring joy and they're the sad clown in this life, and for them to go, it's like it's too close.
Maybe.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know if Pee Wee Herman was a sad clown, but then again, who isn't sad at some point in their life? Nobody's happy all the time.
Yeah.
Maybe funny people have a dark side, and that's what makes them so funny because they see this like fucked up view of the world based on their own perspective.
Yeah, they have demons and they can relate.
Yeah, but I don't know. For me, like a celebrity is not in my daily life. I'll definitely
Yeah.
cry when somebody I know personally passes away.
Yeah.
Obviously, but I just feel like all of our time here is so limited. You just enjoy it while you can.
Yeah. And I guess maybe that is why specifically that one was tender for me, was because I felt like he made my life better. Like he's one of the few people I could say that, maybe not directly, but like I said, seeing the creative shit on that show, I wanted to do that. That was like, I want to like make little toys and like hang stuff up on the wall. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I felt like that opened a thing. It wasn't just like, hey, that was a good show. You watch fucking Ninja Turtles as a kid. Hey, that was a cool show. Did it really change anything? It was an entertaining show, but that I think Pee Wee was like a.
What did that air? How did I? Because everyone at my school always talked about it.
It was
I
like
never
Saturday
saw
morning
it.
cartoons. ABC.
Yeah, I think it was always like the last one to air though. You know what I mean? Like you'd have the whole morning of cartoons. I feel like that was always on at like
I never
11
saw
a.m.
that. I never saw the movie. I just
Yeah.
knew what
Really?
it was, but I never
Yeah.
watched it.
Wow.
Huh. I
Yeah.
don't know how I missed
Not
it.
for you. Not for you.
I mean, it could have been maybe.
Yeah.
If I would have seen it, but I don't know.
But anyway,
Do we want to try to take a Discord call? Do you wanna
I'm
give
down.
that-
I would
We
love
haven't-
to.
We rarely take calls. I think it'd be a special thing to do for our panel at
Yeah.
64X. Thrilled to be here
We haven't done it in so long.
because usually it fucks everything up.
And it
honestly.
might.
Yeah.
It might.
The last few times we've tried to do Discord calls, for some reason it nukes our stream on this computer, and we don't know why.
So
But,
we thought we'd
um,
do it on one of the biggest streams of the year.
Well, we got to work around.
just to be dangerous.
We're trying some new technology.
Yeah.
Okay. If you want to drop the first caller in, Johnny. Man guy.
Man guy.
Oh,
Hello, welcome to Mega64X.
Hi, you're on mute.
Hi, you're on the air.
Kev, you might want to turn that speaker.
What is the Discord? People in the chat want to know. Can you post it?
It's right there.
Oh, it just went up.
Nightbot did it.
Who is that? I can't get a right answer.
Hello? He's muted? Yeah, so I don't do this.
Well, they have to unmute themselves. That's the thing.
Oh.
Sometimes they jump
See,
in from the waiting room and they leave themselves
I
on mute.
Fucking crazy. Like, I've never liked Discord. Like,
Well, you
what
don't use
is-
it regularly.
Jenny
Okay.
the Fiend.
Jenny,
Hello?
this isn't Jenna, is it? Okay.
I'm telling you, Discord.
well, because we only use it once every 8 months, so it's not.
It's on us.
It's like we only get this moment with it.
It could be on them too, Like they don't use it regularly, so they leave themselves muted. Hey, Jen.
locating Jenna the Fiend. Jenny the Fiend.
Jenny?
Hello?
I thought I heard
It
her.
was
What?
Johnny.
Because Discord.
Whenever we open anything on Windows, it changes every input. It always tries to like play audio out of a microphone.
Oh.
Hey guys, just want to let you know after this, we're going to be doing a
Yeah.
highly technically advanced rave. So
Yeah.
get
Yeah, I've been
your
excited
dance-
about this.
Get your dance shoes on.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe we'll listen to My Gummy Just Kicked In. Maybe.
Oh,
that's
we
a
definitely
good
going to
idea,
listen
dude.
to that.
Yeah.
Can we get the license to play that?
Well, Jimmy Buffett's dead. So I'm
Yeah,
pretty
but Paul.
sure he's not going
Oh, and Michael Jackson owns Paul's music, and he's dead.
Exactly.
Hey, Johnny, got some feedback in the chat. Maybe take a minute during the week to test this out, fellas. Do you want to read that comment and maybe take it to heart?
And this is
We
why.
don't need to.
I wasn't.
We don't need to
I was handling it fine with that one comment. I'm like, we got to single that one out.
We don't need to
Oh.
read those comments.
God. Don't call me fellas. Fellas?
Do you remember?
Fucking
Do you remember?
serious,
Do you remember?
fellas?
Yeah,
My
if I
fa-
was in charge, I would just ban that person.
You
My-
fucking
Right now.
fellas?
My favorite, my
If it's up to me, I'd
my
delete
favorite
that
chat
account.
comment. My favorite chat comment we ever got was that one. I don't remember what it was. We
Um,
were like, guys, it was something. We didn't do this and this and this. And then someone in the chat was like, well, you did do this and this and this. So Well, I don't remember what it
So,
was.
yeah.
When they added so, and then it was like, oh,
I
that's
lost my mind.
that's so banned you.
Yeah.
Like if you would have just said it, fine. But
Maybe
adding the
test it out,
so,
fellas.
yeah,
fuck?
fellas is a ban. Fellas is.
Are
a
you
ban.
fucking serious? You're gonna show up to my convention and give me a fellas? You're gonna fucking do that? Okay, thank you. There's the door.
Oh man.
God damn, I fucking hate Discord. You know what,
Well,
Johnny?
We tried.
Let's fuck off with the Discord.
No.
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 Browser.
There's nothing in the.
The settings, the only option is the board.
You know, it really is. I think we have so many things plugged into that shit that it just doesn't know what the fuck's going on.
14 microphones, 8 cameras.
Damn,
Can't happen.
dude.
6 monitors.
I'm upset.
Well, we
Do you want me to
tried.
get the backpack and you can punch it a couple
Yeah.
times?
No.
Take your aggression
I'm
out
gonna
on
throw
that bike.
Dude, that was wild. Thank God Garrett put that bike up with a chain. Because I would have ripped that shit right off.
Yeah, if I did fishing line like
Yeah.
I usually do.
Fishing line.
Fishing off the bike would be like, that's a dangerous.
Remember when I
booby
hung
trap.
that wood above your ankles with fishing line
I very much do.
for version 3?
I do.
I don't remember that. What was that about?
That was when he said, "Don't worry, it's not going to drop." And Rocco said, "Impossible." And then that big heavy block fell right on my shins.
It was like Paul Sheldon owned, but it was like Sean Chatfield owned in real
Yeah.
life.
Filming version 3, you don't remember that?
I don't think that happened.
It definitely. Oh my goodness.
We have a mold of your foot.
Yeah, there is a mold on my foot. Can Garrett tell?
It's on the Blu-ray box set.
Yeah. All right, Johnny. You know what? You've done so much today.
We can just talk to the chat.
You've worked your ass off. Let's just take it easy, talk to the chat, and then just get ready for our Rave 2.0. It's fine.
Mhm.
No, he's mad.
All right, Garrett, go ahead and read a question from the chat.
I would love to. Will they upload the behind-the-scenes sketches separately? I
Probably.
believe so.
Yeah, we usually do like on our Patreon or somewhere. It'll go somewhere.
Well, the full show will be up, full 64X,
Mm-hmm.
and then you're talking about like a cut out version of the offsite activation sketch. That'll probably
Oh
go
yeah,
up.
that will go up.
Yeah, we do both. We give you the full show, and then eventually, over the next week, we'll be putting out more and more.
Yeah. How was PAX for you guys? Like, did you? I don't know. Like, it seemed like it from the footage looked cool, but like, was it like as cool as it looked, or was it kind of?
Yeah, I would say Sean and I had to stay home, but the rest of the boys all went out and saw PAX.
Yeah, it was cool.
Okay. Thank you.
I thought it was great. I think it was, I had a lot of fun this year. PAX has been a little stagnant ever since it shut down or, was minimized for the pandemic, and it was back in full swing this year. They split it up into 2 different halls, which at first was weird, but the new convention center is really nice. So once you kind of figured out the outline, the lay of the land, it was, I think, a better convention. So, and then I honestly had a good time just socializing with friends in Seattle who were attending the convention, who I'd never really have hung out with in the past. So I had a great time this year.
That's all. I mean, like, I thought for some reason it was all at the new convention center. Why wasn't it?
Nintendo had an event there that I didn't attend.
Oh.
But I think they had a significant portion of the old convention center kind of blocked off.
Yeah, that aspect was very weird. It really was like, here's half of the convention center, half of the show floor, and then the other half is in some other building. It was that was odd. But again, the area in between, they put like a whole area of food trucks and like other stuff that it kind of made it. They kind of connected it in that way. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
They're completely different buildings, like 2 blocks away from each other. But that was kind of interesting.
That is interesting. I mean, I don't know. I was supposed to go. I wasn't able to, but next year I will be there. I'm excited. Also, I want to say that we are, those of you who are watching live and are in San Diego, we are doing a live show tomorrow.
Yeah.
In Escondido, which is in San Diego. But if you are able to, please come, and tickets are still available. So come check out the farewell tour. First time we're doing it in San Diego. I'm pretty excited.
We did get to meet Shrew at PAX. Shouts out
Oh.
Shrubu. He's in the chat right now. He's pointing it out. Shrubu, it was great to talk to you. I told him at the time it was nice to put a face to the name. So anybody who wants to come say hi at PAX, if you're active in the chat, come let us know who you are. If we like you, it'll be a good experience.
If you're the fellas person,
If we don't like
I'm
you,
gonna walk away.
I would love to see you face to face. Let's talk.
Mhm.
Let's hash it out.
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just kidding. But really, Shrubu was great. Shrubu was awesome.
But really,
But really, don't talk shit.
we had this all planned.
I tried to go to Wings Over Washington again, my favorite ride in Seattle.
Yeah.
It's like soaring over California, except it's soaring over Seattle. And we got there. We had time one night. It's like, oh, we're done early. Let's go on the ride. And we got there and it was closed. And it was like, why? The hours are not closed. Like, why is it closed? And they were just like, no, the staff didn't really come.
Oh man,
Oh.
I was like, oh, okay.
These Gen Zers, huh?
no one wants to work.
So I didn't get to do that. That was the one bummer of the trip.
The staff just didn't show up that day, so they had to close it. No. That's fine.
That's crazy.
I got to see the store from our friend Goose, who was on Garrett's team for the Hanukkah
Oh,
cast.
yeah.
Goose
The-
and
on
West
the
were
winning
out there?
team.
What's the store called?
She has two stores that are across the street from each other: Al's Music and Games, and then Hi-Fi Lo-Fi. Go check them out if you're in the Seattle area. You probably already know about them because apparently a big Mega64 presence
Oh,
goes to
really?
those stores. So I heard.
Oh, wow.
I was really impressed.
What do they have there?
Oh,
so
dude,
she has
everything.
everything: collectibles, VHSs, DVDs, books, records, clothes, action figures. They refurbish like consoles and like old forms of tech. And she gave me a VCR. I was like,
Dang.
can I buy one of these VCRs? She's like, just which one do you want? And then she hooked it up. I carried a VCR home with me on the plane. I was like, how am I going to get this home? And she's like, oh, you only have a backpack, right? Just make it your carry-on item. I was like, okay. So I was going through the airport with like a
Holding
VCR under my arm, and
What did
No.
security say?
they thought I had a fucking bomb.
Oh,
They did.
Really?
Oh,
They did.
really?
They did. But I've been watching
Shit.
VHS tapes all week. I'm probably gonna, I've been getting into these VHS mixtapes. I might crank out one of my own soon and pop that on the old Instagram. Just getting
Nice.
into all this, like, we go every time you go to a convention like Comic-Con, they always sell bootleg media. I'm gonna say it, stuff that should not be available widely, and it's hard to find online. And I love
Yeah.
collecting that stuff.
Yeah.
But sometimes I buy it and just don't have a way to watch it. So having this VCR now and setting up this DVD that can play kind of some region-free discs has been very
That's
fun.
really cool.
It's been fun.
My favorite thing, I don't know if you have a particular one, but my favorite thing I always love stuff that makes it to one format and no others.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And sometimes it goes in reverse. Sometimes there's stuff that has never been on a fucking DVD or even a tape that gets a 4K Blu-ray or something. It's like, what? It took that long? But my favorite thing that is just on VHS and has never made it to anything else is they made a Treasure Island movie when the Treasure Island Hotel opened.
Oh.
Like Steve Wynn paid to have, he's like, I want families to go to this. I want kids to want to go to this. So let's make a movie that like families will want to watch, about like there's real pirates in this casino, like that, like they're haunting it or
So
something.
they filmed it's like a story movie, not
Yes.
just like a
It is a straight up
In the casino.
90-minute movie.
What?
Yeah. About a kid and his family go to Treasure Island. As they open it, they bulldoze or they implode the Dunes Hotel.
Yeah.
Because that happened when it opened.
Okay.
And they do that, and then some spirits like real pirates inhabit the hotel, and the kid gets caught up in all these adventures. And I just, as a kid, I was excited to go there when they opened it. So that it's like, oh, well, did you see the movie? Like that was like crazy. It's
Did they
the
only sell
worst
it there?
movie ever. What?
Did they only sell it there?
It aired on TV, and then you could buy it in the gift shop
Yes,
in
yeah.
the lobby. And I remember like, Dad, we need to own that. Like we need
That's
to
cool.
get that.
Do
And
you
that is
still
the
have it?
only way you can get it. Yeah.
Whoa.
That's rare.
I've played it a couple times during, you're not supposed to do this, but no one on earth has copywritten this thing. Or,
right.
It's nowhere to be found. So I played it during MLK week a couple times on our stream.
Nice.
Dang.
So that's some bootleg media right there.
That's my favorite piece that in my possession where I'm just
Sneaky.
like, yeah, I have that.
This isn't bootleg, but do you remember like McDonald's used to straight up just sell movies?
Yeah.
Like you could
yeah.
just buy VHSs at McDonald's. Same with like CDs and like
Yeah.
cups. That was a weird time where it was
they had like a vending machine.
They had a vending machine, but also you just go to the register where you buy the fries. Like, can I get a fries and Braveheart, please? And like it's like they would just give that to you.
Yeah.
Yeah, Homeward
And then
Bound.
Burger King always had promotions where it was like, oh, this Ninja Turtles episode if you buy this meal. That
Yeah.
Ninja Turtles episode on tape if you buy this meal.
Yeah.
I remember they had DBZ tapes at one point. You could get, for a minute, it was the only way you could
Wow.
get the episode where Goku learns driver's training.
Now
With
that's
Piccolo.
good.
That's a good-
That sounds like good content too.
And I remember everyone at school was just like, dude, are you going to Burger King? And I was like, the one guy who had bootlegged that episode prior,
yeah.
going, no, not worth eating a burger at Burger King.
Oh,
So
wow.
all this
Episode
stuff is exactly
sucks.
what would go into like a VHS mixtape.
Yeah.
That's what people are
Yeah.
like cranking out.
Yeah.
I bought a cassette tape that was a 1987 television screening of Halloween 3.
Oh, shit.
I don't even like Halloween 3.
Yeah.
But it's the television. It's edited for television. So like
Wow.
all the gore has been kind of removed, which makes it even shittier. But
Yeah.
then they left all the commercials in.
That's the key.
Oh,
So it's
that's
just like
awesome.
watching it. Lately I've been working on a lot of projects at home late at night, and I just put a tape into the VCR and let
Yep.
it play. And it's just like having nostalgia,
Oh, that's so
just like
cool.
playing right on the screen next to you. And it's just very like
I love
comforting.
that.
And I really do want to make my own. So
Yeah, there was one. I think it was back when you first started doing POS TV, like way back in the day. We would watch just random VHSs we would find and eat chips and laugh at them. But we had a VCR in our old studio sitting there with a TV and stacks and stacks of VHS for like a time.
yeah.
We had that, and I remember I was working on one of our DVDs or something. There was something where I had to sit at the computer like every day for a long period of time. And those days, I would just come in and pop in just, all right, next tape. I didn't care what it was.
Sure.
Next tape. And that was so much fun. Derek, seriously, like I felt like I worked better with that playing. And then there's certain movies that, formats can sometimes affect the experience. Not that, I mean, a good movie should be good on any format, but like The Shining, okay, I have that in like 4K at home. It looks incredible. It's crisp, whatever. But playing it on VHS at the studio was kind of creepier.
I think
You know what I mean?
anything on VHS is scarier.
Yeah, it was just, and it was framed square. It was the
Yeah.
4:3 version. And like, some movies suffer from that. The
Right.
Shining was kind of shot to fit that or widescreen. He shot it in a way where it wouldn't hurt it if it was on TV. And so it looked perfect. So like watching it on tape was like neat, and anyway, just putting that stuff on while I was
think,
working was
you
really
know,
neat time. I almost want to keep doing
I was
that.
thinking about how when you stream stuff, you kind of take it for granted.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
there's even like streamer anxiety and overload of like, what am I going to watch? And then you watch 5 minutes of it and you're like,
Yeah.
I'm not enjoying this. And then you back out of it and you're like, well, what am I going to watch now? Sometimes you spend more time scrolling through your options than actually
100%.
watching something.
Yep.
I think the deliberate effort of just putting a tape in is
Yeah.
like ceremoniously kind of just primes you to enjoy it. And
Mhm.
like you just put the tape on and you let it play and you just walk away and you just keep letting it play and you come back. Oh, I missed 15 minutes. Who gives a shit? It's just a tape. I can
Mhm.
watch it again later. And
Yeah.
I don't know. There's just something more captivating about just popping it in and it slides and it
Yeah.
starts playing. It's just like, okay, now I'm just going to let this roll and do my thing. And
Yeah.
I don't know. You almost get more out of having less options.
Yep.
I can
Yeah.
Totally.
I agree.
So
Yeah, I mean, back in the day when you would go to Blockbuster and you pick a movie and you knew within 5 minutes it fucking sucked, but that was your movie and you're
Yeah.
going to watch it at least 3 times because
Yeah.
you have no other option.
That was your night.
if you pop a shitty VHS in, you'll just keep watching it no matter how bad it is.
Yeah.
You put a shitty Netflix movie on, that thing
Yeah.
is off in 5 minutes.
Yeah, this is the kind of thing Tarantino talked about. He's like, hey, you rent 5 bad tapes, you're still committed.
Yeah.
You're still like, that's still
Yeah.
your weekend. Even if you're like cleaning or doing something else while they're on, that was still part of your weekend. As
So-
opposed to Netflix, you're just like, oh, out of there and I don't remember it.
If you were watching earlier today for the Vince Grill voice actor panel, you saw I brought out that little tape player.
Yeah.
I was just
Oh.
going to a thrift store looking for tapes to buy, VHS tapes, and I found that cassette player.
Oh, wow.
And I do have a couple cassettes that I've never been able to listen to. So I bought that thing for like $4.
Today?
Yesterday I bought it.
yesterday.
$4.
Nice.
Put some tape, put some batteries in there. Now I've been playing these tapes and it's the same thing. It's like, yeah, this is just kind of like lost technology. It makes it just a little more special. The added level of effort that you have to put in, I feel like just makes you enjoy shittier things a little
Well,
more.
I will say too, when our panel that we filmed today, the history of 64X panel.
Mhm.
That is shot.
It
that
still
camera-
smells like
Kevin,
smoke
can you
in
get a
here.
shot of the actual camera we used?
It's
Yeah.
still.
Is it possible?
It smells
me
like
see how Kevin-
Marlboro Reds in here still. From
Yeah,
that
there you
panel.
go. This is an actual. We shot it on an actual piece of old technology.
Oh, it's still on? Can you film us?
Wait, we left it on?
Look at that. We got this thing to work.
Yeah. I really want to pop an actual VHS into it because I only had 8mm camcorders, which are hard to deal with because the tapes aren't the same. You have to like convert them or whatever. But I have VHS players like you,
Yeah,
Derek.
yeah.
And like to be
Yeah.
able to record onto that camera directly onto a VHS, like that's huge that Sean found that thing.
So our friend West was at PAX. He's one of the people who I got to spend some time with and connect while we were up there. He was filming the whole thing on a mini DV camera from like 2005. It was really kind of cool and inspiring. So I came back to San Diego and I was like, I want to find a shitty camera of my own. On a whim, went to the thrift store real close to us and was just looking around and found one. I felt like it was just
fucking
fate.
awesome.
There was a
Yeah.
JVC camcorder from 1996.
Hell yeah.
All the plugs were kind of like spread around, but I put them together and plugged it at the thrift store. Some bitch turned on.
Perfect.
Took it home. Google searched the serial number, saw that they're still selling the tapes on Amazon. Ordered a tape, and I've been shooting.
That's
I've been
sick.
shooting footage on that thing.
Is it DV or is it
It's
8mm?
mini VHS.
Oh, the
Oh, VHS-C.
Yeah,
Oh,
VHS
wow.
compact.
Yes.
I remember that.
Yes, but what I did is I went on Amazon and I got a RCA, so that's the red, white, and yellow
Yeah,
cables.
yeah.
RCA to USB converter.
Oh,
So I
you
can
can just
plug it
convert it.
straight
Oh,
into
yeah, I
a
have one of those.
computer,
Yeah, yeah.
into the computer, and then with OBS just record it straight off the camera. So now I can edit that old footage.
That's really cool.
That's pretty rare you found that. It's really interesting because there was a point in time where you could toss a stone anywhere and hit a VCR that no one wanted or
a CRT
Right.
or a
TV.
CR, yeah. Or even at a store, they would have stacks of VCRs like no one's buying it, whatever. You had that moment and no one cared. And that,
Now they're collector's items.
yeah, and that's then it's always funny. It's those things like right now, if they put out a Hasbro thing that was like Star Wars limited edition 50th anniversary thing, all the collectors would buy it.
Yeah.
That thing's not going to be worth that much because that's the mentality is, well, I better hoard these because it's a collector's item. Where it happens is stuff like VCRs where it's like no one cared, everyone forgot, and then all of a sudden they woke up one day. I can't get a VCR. Like, I feel like that's kind of in the game industry. It's happening too. It's like, wait, I can't get a Dreamcast anymore.
I've
What
been
do you mean?
hitting up, shopping for VHS tapes. The VHS tapes are hard to find now. It's all
Yeah.
it's all Disney movies, and that's it. There's
Oh,
no
shit.
collection of any.
That makes sense. It would be that
You
though.
can't find a horror movie to save your life. It's really sad to me because I'm looking for content to like kind of remix.
Yeah.
But I was at a thrift store, actually a consignment shop, so a little bit one step above a thrift store. And the woman there was like, "Yeah, we have VHS tapes, but do you have a VCR that works?" And I was like, "Yeah." She's like, literally, her words were, "How on earth did you get one of those?"
Oh.
And I kind of told her the
what?
story, and she's like, "Yeah, these are so hard to find. Like nobody has them. She doesn't have them." I
my
found
gosh.
a couple VCRs in the thrift stores I've been going to, but I don't know if they work. So I might have to do some studying and some educating myself on YouTube and learn how to refurbish old VCRs
Yeah, what
because
scares me with VCRs, sorry to interrupt, is that
they'll eat the tape.
eat the tape. Like, cause that's why have like a backup just in case, so you don't want your tape to get fucked up.
Yeah, we encountered a lot of that. We made a VHS for our Patreon. That was a Patreon gift once, and then I think later we sold a different one in our store. But when we did that, something we didn't consider is like we put it out. I was really proud of that one with our Patreon,
Right.
That had that really retro cover, and it was all old high school videos.
Yeah.
I really loved how that turned out, and I didn't get a lot of feedback on it. And I was like, do people not like it? And
Yeah, a lot of people can't watch it.
so many people were like, I'm scared to put it in my tape player because like I only get one of these. I can't buy another one.
Yeah.
And I don't want it shredded. It was like, oh shit.
So luckily, the VCR I got from Goose, shouts out, Hi-Fi Lo-Fi, Al's Music and Games. Those have been opened up and checked by a technician. The heads have been cleaned. They've been
That's
tested.
cool.
So
Yeah.
they work. And that's what I need to learn how to do because I found maybe 10 VCRs here in San Diego, but I'm like, is this like, I don't know shit about this.
Yeah.
Will this destroy my VHS?
Hmm.
But if I could learn how to clean them and refurbish them, then I'd be confident to like give them out as gifts to people and start
Yeah.
proliferating this whole tape trading culture, which I think is pretty cool.
Yeah.
I love that legacy media sticks around in the niche kind of art world like this. like what you're saying, like remixing these VHS
Yeah.
and like what I do with vinyl DJing, no one is really doing anymore. It's like such a small market that, yeah, people are like amazed when you pull this stuff out.
Yeah.
Oh my, it's a relic from ancient times.
There is a VHS I made when I was a kid, and it was just Simpsons episodes. But like I watched that tape billions of times.
Yeah.
Like if I could find that, I would. Oh,
Didn't
it'd
get-
be like serotonin just would flood me. It'd be all like I've watched that so many times.
You
in
didn't
that
keep
order.
it?
I don't think I did.
I have all the tapes that I had
Same.
when I was younger, and my version of that, Sean,
Yeah.
was the summer that the end of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, it became Mighty Morphin Alien Rangers. That was because the cast needed a vacation and they went off, and so they used more footage of a Japanese series, and they just said, "Oh, they're aliens," and they just used suited footage of these Japanese shows. But anyway, they were so unusual. Those episodes were so unusual. I must have watched that VHS 300,000 times. Like
Yeah.
that
Really?
that
Yeah.
VHS was barely hanging out. You'd play it and it was like, yeah, we wore through this. Like you could just see.
God,
Well, yeah. Everybody at
Holy
home,
Grail.
find a VCR because my mixtapes are coming.
they're
Yeah.
Oh
coming.
shit.
They're coming. I'm working on. I got a lot of things I'm working on actually. I just did that play,
yes.
as
Yeah.
you guys know. It's funny because one of the co-writer and stars of the play was 17 years old.
Wow.
And
Really?
she was asking me, she's like,
Oh,
so what do you
shit.
do at Mega64? And I was like, yeah, we like do skits. We release Blu-rays. And she's like, what's a Blu-ray? And I was like,
What?
yeah, a Blu-ray? Like, and she's like, oh, DVD. Yeah, I know what Blu-ray is. And I was like,
God.
you don't know what a Bluray is. Like, you legitimately like didn't know.
Oh.
Made me feel old. Made
yeah.
me feel old as hell, but that's okay.
Dang.
I'm gonna be like, yo, I'm looking for VCRs. They're gonna be like, what's a VCR? That's the world we're going into.
Well, yeah.
Sir, this is a Wendy's.
Sir, this is a Wendy's. Yeah. What were you gonna say?
All I was going to say with the VCR thing, though, I will say somehow, I'm not good with this kind of stuff because a lot of times this hardware stuff passes me by, but somehow I had the foresight to, it wasn't that long ago, Walmart still had brand new DVD VCR units, like
Combo?
brand new
Wow.
on their website. I want to say maybe got one 5 years ago and it
Yeah.
was like 100 and something. And I was like, I should just always have that. And I did it. And that's still
How long ago was that? They don't still have them, do they?
now impossible. But seriously, only a handful of years ago, I got one, and that's still on my desk. I could play tapes on my computer. So yeah, that was the one thing that every now and then you make a purchase or you make a call where just down the road it's like, oh thank God I did that.
Yeah, you have
that's
a
it for me.
foresight.
Yeah, I can watch all the shitty tapes I want in my office now. But anyway, you were saying though you're doing a bunch of stuff. You did the play.
I did the play. I got cast in a couple of independent movies here in San Diego, which probably nobody out there will ever see.
But maybe.
But maybe. One of them's a feature film and then like 3 or 4 short films. So I've been staying busy. And can I just say, I've been working on this comic book.
Oh, yes,
Phobia. And I'm launching the Kickstarter on Thursday. So stay tuned if you want to check it out. Just Google search it or go to Kickstarter and look it up. It's called Phobia with an F. It's a horror comic that I've been writing. I'm real proud of it. Been working on it for years.
Yeah.
1 year I've been working on it consistently, but I got the idea back in 2014.
Dang.
So it's been a long time coming. And I promoted that at PAX a little bit too. And a lot of people were really supportive and came up and talked to me about it.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And then we saw you in a commercial. So care to explain yourself? What's going on?
Which commercial?
Well, you tell me, buddy.
Uh,
What's going on? I don't know. That's just what I read.
I
online.
did Fresh Clean Threads, which was like kind of a I don't know how to take this. It's like a shirt for fat dudes. You know what I mean? It's one of those shirts where
Okay.
it's like, yeah, you're tired of looking like shit in your normal shirts with your gross body. Here's a shirt that'll make you look good. And I was like, well, why am I in this?
yeah. Yeah.
But then I don't know. They didn't play it up like that when I was in the commercial. But I was kind of like making fun of another person who was too skinny. They were like, your arms look noodly, little noodle arms. It doesn't matter. We filmed like 3 or 4 commercials and only one of them came out. Which is okay,
That happens a lot, right?
Yeah,
In
we
commercial
filmed
work.
a commercial. It has still never
Still
come
never
out.
come out,
Actually,
yeah.
maybe a few. Actually.
No, I just mean like doing commercials has been okay.
Oh, okay.
It's like not as fun as I thought it would be. Honestly, it kind of has. I don't know if I should say this. I'll just say it. Doing commercial work has kind of made me hate acting, to be honest, because you get into acting thinking like it's gonna be so fun. I'm Indiana Jones. I'm gonna do fucking Star Wars. I'm gonna do fucking Bad Boys. Like you think of all these cool movies. You're like, no, I'll do dramatic stuff. I'll do like, what's a dramatic movie? Oh, well, There Will Be Blood. I'll be dead, like Daniel Plainview. That's the dream of being an actor, right? But the reality of it is auditioning to fucking advertise a lawnmower. And then they go like, nah, we don't think you're good for the lawnmower. Okay. And it's a lot of work to audition. You guys see me here. I have to memorize the script.
Work hard.
Memorize the fucking script that sucks. Sorry, I hope nobody's watching. Nobody who matters is
You
watching.
got to shoot your own.
You memorize the script that
stuff.
sucks. The way the industry works now is it's all self-tapes, which means you film yourself, you mic yourself, you light yourself. It has to look good because if it looks like shit, they're going to think you're an amateur. So you basically you make the whole commercial on your own. And then you submit it to them, and they go, yeah, no.
Oh,
And whatever. Acting, rejection is a part of acting. Like all actors know that going in. But it really is. The hardest part of rejection is the amount of effort you have to put in to even be rejected. It's exhausting, and it makes you question, like, why I'm just getting tired. I'm getting tired of putting in so much effort just to, like, get rejected. And then when you get accepted, these roles are like not cool. They're advertising jump ropes and lawnmowers, and it just makes you rethink like the whole world of professional acting is not as glamorous and is not as like cool and as fun as you would think before you like get into it.
Yeah, I can see that.
Honestly, I realized the value of being here at Mega64 and creating your own roles and realizing like the roles I want to do either don't exist or people don't see me. They just can't picture me in them. So I kind of have to put myself in the spotlight and create those roles for myself. Which is why, like, since the acting thing has started, I've come back here and, wrote that Last of Us skit, wrote that duping skit, have really tried to, like, for better or worse, whatever. Because sometimes it's not fun just trying really hard to do something silly like, oh, we're going to dupe in Zelda. But I like being cinematic. I like creating. I just like creating roles that I think are fun and juicy.
Yeah.
So.
Sure.
And let that be a lesson to everybody out there. If you're not getting the satisfaction out of life that you want, you got to just create it for yourself.
Make it for yourself.
Make it for yourself. Because other people, they're just not going to see you in it until you kind of put yourself in it beforehand.
Well, the chat's saying that they wrote the Golem skit, so they know how it is.
they've been there.
Yeah, they've got perspective.
They have perspective now.
Is for real though. Chat, you know how satisfying it was to feel ownership over that Golem skit. Because let's be real, that Golem skit was kind of shitty. But you like it because you feel like you were involved in the creative process.
Well,
So
they
it-
were.
Yeah.
I've never done that on my own.
Exactly. So at least there's that. At
You're not a
least you
toilet
get to
dipper?
say, like, for better or worse, I think everybody in life, the thing that brings people happiness is a feeling of control and a feeling of like, I get to pick my own path in life. And that Golem skit was allowing the audience to have a little bit of that control. Nobody wants to be told what to do. Nobody wants to be told that like, nah, you can't do it. So for us to be like, yeah, do it. You have the steering wheel. I think a lot of people just enjoyed that.
You want to see a realistic panic attack? So be
You
it.
got it, baby. On the toilet, you got it. You want us to eat the toilet dipped sandwich?
Hey, Sean's here to please.
Yes, sir, boss.
Oh my God. People bring that skit up to me a lot.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Like I didn't think when we did it that would be anything, but I get that reference to me more than any other video we've ever done.
Really?
Family members say they checked out the channel or something.
Yeah. It wasn't this.
Sean's got the worst luck with this kind of stuff.
Well, also again, we talked on the podcast about the annoying kids that were at our film when we were trying to film.
we were filming.
Oh my God. Yeah.
They asked our channel and someone said Mega64, and then those kids left, and then they came back. They were like, Gollum.
Oh yeah. You're Golem.
You're
He was like-
Golem.
He said, "How was the sandwich?" It was like, "Oh,
How was the toilet sandwich?
Oh.
They were teasing you.
I know. Well, I deserved it for that.
There's
video.
nothing worse than being teased by like 10, 5-year-old to
Yeah.
8-year-olds.
Well, yeah. Being
And there's
teased
nothing
by
you
a
can
kid.
do.
No.
They're just roasting you.
Yeah. Well, I did do the toilet dip, so But again, that was because of the chat. Yeah, I don't know. I didn't want to do it.
You just have to outsmart them. You just have to, I wasn't there for that.
Well,
day.
Johnny and Garrett got him.
I told him I want you away from me. And I just kept doing this. I want you to get away from me. That worked.
You gotta take their shoes or something. Do something that they're not expecting.
Mom, someone took my shoes.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Throw it over the fence. Get the fuck out of here.
Hey, can I see
kid.
that?
Yeah.
Johnny, how's Discord looking, man?
I went
Okay, well, you had an hour. You had an hour.
I went and checked it out. I don't know. I've
So,
never seen.
We're gonna talk to you.
Garrett left. You no good, huh?
I went to go check it out. It's like I've never seen the browser app do that.
Oh,
before.
cool.
It's
I'm
like,
telling you.
I don't know.
Hey,
we
fellas.
we
listen.
tested this.
It sounds like
use it every week.
whenever we talk about Discord, it sounds like they don't understand the program, they don't know the program, they don't use it enough, they don't know a million things. Valid.
I definitely don't.
I'm telling you, I use it on other computers. We all use it on other computers. When we use it on this computer, it becomes like the fucking the angel that infected the Magi computer in Evangelion. It just is like this is not functioning like the other ones.
Yeah.
So I don't know what it is, but
It's
anyway.
that scary thing that Windows does where it's like, here's a drop-down menu. And you click it and the drop-down menu doesn't open. And, Or it opens and there's just the one option that is
Yeah.
incorrect. That's what's happening. It's like, okay, drop-down window, we're going to change the output.
Yeah.
And there's one option that's the incorrect one. Where are the other 5 fucking outputs?
Yeah. That's really weird.
Gotta update and restart. You should have tested this.
Little inside baseball.
fella. Johnny, you're my fella.
Did we actually ban fella?
Yeah, Brian said he did.
man.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure if it was a kicker, man.
Well, he said ban.
Ryan's got a solution. He says we should just give out a phone number and then we can take FaceTime calls. Problem solved.
We should get a dedicated phone.
Let's give out
Man,
Ryan's
hey,
number real
in
quick.
all honesty, we might have one already.
Say what?
We have one that is that. We'll talk amongst each other. But
Okay.
we may be able to make that work. I think that's something Tom Green did at one point. Like he got tired of a lot of these programs and he was just like, straight up, here's a number for FaceTime.
I'm on board with that. 100%.
That might not be
Voice
the
over
worst
IP
idea.
and just use a Google voice number? Yeah, that'd be dope.
Speaking of FaceTime, I do want to say real quick, going back to Nirvana, the band, the show.
Yes.
So they sent us 8,000 hours of footage and told us like what we're going to send you, we can't edit. So I was editing that like the last 2 days. I think I've slept collectively about 12 minutes.
I think that's about
But just because of the sheer amount of footage, it's not like it had a million effects or anything, but it was just so much footage. I got a FaceTime call. Johnny was helping me get footage together, so he can vouch for this. Johnny, you saw it. Got a FaceTime call from a strange number at like 10:30 p.m. I was like, do I answer that? The nicest phone call. It was Matt from Nirvana, the band, the show.
Oh.
Just going, hey, checking in on you. Sorry I fucked up your life. Bye. And that was it. That
Wow.
was it. But he sent that call to make sure everything
was
was
good.
going okay with the stream. Everything
I
worked.
can't believe they were able to
So,
do that for us.
That was
nicest
fantastic.
person. I'm going to say thank you again to them.
Thank you.
Super nice.
Thank you.
Well,
Yeah.
I think, I don't want to be late for the rave. Can
Yeah.
I just say that?
No, I'm ready to dance, dude. After all this, I'm like ready to
Rave
celebrate.
2.0, unlike any rave you've ever seen before.
I need
Yeah.
to let go.
Yeah, me too.
Well, let's do that on the dance floor.
Okay.
Let's wrap up 64X. Hey, real quick. Can I just say before we wrap it up?
All out.
Yeah.
If there's stuff you haven't got yet, shop.mega64.com. We sold out of a shitload of stuff, to be real with you guys.
Thank
a lot
you.
of stuff sold out in the first hour, but I didn't realize the virtual friends shirt was a complete sellout.
Oh, no.
Amongst other things, the track jacket was gone. So again, I filled these in as pre-orders. We'll keep them up through the rest of the weekend. If you missed out, get your pre-order in this weekend and we'll ship that to you after the event once it's made. But aside from that, thank you guys so much for picking up all this stuff.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Good job editing the Nirvana, the van, the show.
Yeah.
Oh,
Rocco,
thank you.
Good job.
Good
Thanks.
job.
Thank you very much.
They were very
Rocco.
funny, but it's not going to be funny if it's not edited well.
That's true.
So you were very funny
Hey,
too.
I also want to. Oh, go ahead, Rocco.
I was just going to say, I watched the 2 seasons of their show on loop all week because I knew this footage was coming and I wanted to absorb the energy of their show so that if it was like, hey, you need to edit this, I would already know the language.
I feel like
So
did
You had
your
the
prep
IFC
the
work.
style
amount
of
of
your prep
trust, though, that they had in
Yes.
us to give raw footage and say, all right, go ahead and edit.
Yeah.
That is like, you can make someone look so bad with editing
Yeah.
that's love that
So-
they gave us that footage.
So they saw I just want to say they saw it.
Oh, they
saw
did?
the
Oh,
stream
wow.
version, and Matt has messaged me. I said, give me the notes.
Yeah.
They had one note.
Oh no.
Okay.
It was just I would have added one more little piece of music when they're talking in the store. Okay.
That's
Can
that's
do.
it.
Can do.
Can do.
Can do.
We'll do
Nice.
it.
So we're gonna add
Yeah.
that music.
We're gonna
Anyway,
do an
Good
extended
job
cut.
on that.
Thank you.
And I don't know if we'll have another chance to say it. So thank you to Kevin for working behind
Yes.
the scenes
Thank you,
today.
Kevin.
And to Johnny, working the board and editing
100%.
the bumpers.
Yeah.
Thank you guys.
Which everybody loves. The branding that you put together. And thank you to Meg. I know she's
Meg.
watching.
Yeah, Meg.
Yeah.
Thank you.
For helping with our graphics.
Dude, we told her just quickly about the
Yes.
concept of our 70s
Yeah,
panel.
yesterday I was like, I called her real quick. Hey Meg, I didn't think about this. Within like an hour.
Oh, she put thanks,
Oh.
fellas. All right. You know what? Meg,
Wow.
Take it back.
think
All right.
you're
Van.
funny.
Within an hour though, she made this bitch
70s logo, yeah.
it was so awesome. So Meg is always there for us.
Just maybe
Thank
a
you to everyone.
timeout.
There's
fellas.
only a handful of people doing stuff like this, and to provide this much content, it's a lot of work for
Yeah.
all of us. So thank you so much for watching, and
Yes.
everyone here
Yeah.
for getting it done. And let's fucking dance.
Let's rave. Come see us
Gotta
in San
dance.
Diego tomorrow.
Yeah,
Yes.
our live show tomorrow. If you don't get to
One
say it
night
later.
only.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. See you later.